You know, there's a hidden language all around us. It's not spoken, but it powers pretty much every piece of technology you use. Today, we're going to learn how to speak it. Just think about it for a second. Your phone, your computer, your Wi-Fi network. They seem like completely different things, right? But underneath it all, they are all communicating in the exact same way. So what is the secret language they all share? Well, to understand this new language, we first have to take a good look at the one we already use every single day. When it comes to numbers, our native tongue is something called base 10. We use this system constantly without even thinking about it. And it's called base 10 for a really simple reason. We have 10 distinct digits to work with, 0 through 9. Every number you can possibly imagine is just some combination of those 10 symbols. A great way to think about this is that base 10 is kind of like our numerical alphabet. It's the very first system we learn, it's the foundation for all the math we do. It feels so natural to us, mainly because it's the only one most of us have ever known. But what if I told you there are other numerical languages out there? Other alphabets for expressing the very same numbers? Well, that's exactly what other bases are. So let's explore one of the most important ones. Okay, so here's the main difference, laid out plain and simple. On the left, you see our familiar base 10 with its 10 digits. But on the right, you've got base 2, which you might know as binary. And look at its alphabet. It's tiny. It only has 2 digits, 0 and 1. We humans use base 10, but computers, they live entirely in the world of base 2. And this is absolutely crucial. Every single thing a computer does, from loading a web page to playing a video, is at its core just a massive sequence of zeros and ones. That's because a computer is fundamentally just billions of tiny switches that can either be off, which is a 0, or on, which is a 1. Now, this might sound really complicated, but the logic behind it is surprisingly simple. How about we try a little binary for ourselves? We'll just walk through a basic addition problem step by step. All right, here's how it works. Step 1, the problem. 1 plus 1. Simple enough. In our world, the answer is obviously 2. But here's the twist. In the binary language, the digit 2 doesn't even exist. You only have 0 and 1. So what happens? Well, the same thing that happens when we count past 9. We run out of digits, so we carry the 1 over to the next place value. So the number 2 is actually written as 1, 0. That's right. In the language of computers, 1 plus 1 equals 10. Wild, right? Now that you've seen how it works, let's connect this all the way back to our original question. Where is this language hiding in plain sight? The answer is everywhere. Every single piece of software on your computer. It's all binary code. That calculator on your phone is crunching numbers using this exact logic. Even the name of your Wi-Fi network, the SSID, is built on these principles. And those systems that validate your bank account number to make sure it's legit, they use mathematical tricks that are derived from these very concepts to keep your information secure. So the key takeaway here is that this isn't just some abstract math. It's the invisible architecture of our entire digital world. From your bank account to your internet connection, our modern lives are literally built on these powerful hidden number systems. So, I'll leave you with a final challenge. Just a little question to think about. Now that you know the secret, now that you can see the code, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. So my question to you is, where else might it be hiding? What other parts of your day are being quietly managed by a language or numbers that you now actually understand? Keep your eyes open. You might be surprised.